Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink, because apparently it tastes absolutely foul. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Golden Sun, and when last we left off, we're here in Altin, which is a mining town. You wouldn't think so by seeing all the massive amounts of water everywhere, but that's because they have a minor problem with monsters that are spewing water everywhere. Monsters that only appeared when those synergy stones fell from the sky. Always it is with the synergy stones causing all the problems everywhere we go. Apart from Master Hammett, that was kind of a problem of him going up to an area where loads of thieves were. We can't solve any of the problems here unless we go and hunt down the water-spewing monsters. And we also can't help Feezy or go to Tolby until we solve this problem. After all, the people here are miners and probably will be able to help deal with the landslide of rocks that Feezy's vision predicted if we manage to solve all the problems here. The game has effectively railroaded us in misdirection, but hey, we like fighting monsters because fighting monsters gives us more experience, and that makes us less likely that we're going to die horribly when we next encounter Sartoris and Minardi. So let's go, shall we? This dungeon is actually in various levels that are separated out, and this is the topmost level. Here is one of those enemies, and this enemy is going to do a very long bit of movement. And we'll actually use some synergy, proving that these things have been altered by the synergy stones. This is a very long section, however, where it's going to do a lot of jumping and a lot of movement. In your own time, monster. You're just going to jump once and then jump again. There we go. Excellent. You have just given us a very easy way to follow you by just using the small pillar of frost. Now you're going to jump away some more, aren't you? Yes, indeed, you are. But we will give chase, and actually you have run out of places to run to. Are you just going to start spewing water everywhere? I think you might. Yep, you're just going to start spewing water everywhere. We really should stop you from doing that. After all, that's really not good. Excuse me, would you please stop? You will stop when we kill you. I have a theory that, well, we're going to do a test. We're going to do that synergy, and then we're going to do heat wave here. And there aren't any single target ones here that Ivan has, but we could try sleep. And then there is also, well, we're not even going to try using any of the mercury synergy, because that most certainly is not going to be very effective against something that is spewing water. Will sleep work? The answer is yes, it will. Marvellous. Ragnarok time! And that deals a moderate amount of damage, and the statue is still asleep. I think that is going to be the most powerful. Yes, indeed, it is. 97 points of damage. I think another heat wave there will most certainly be helpful. And a Vorpal Slash! 41 points of damage. The living statue is now awake. There is a chance every single time it gets hit. There we go, more damage, and more heat wave! And the living statue is still alive, but doesn't get a move because the move was effectively it waking up. I think we need to use even more heat wave. If in doubt, use massive amounts of fire. There we go, and the living statue is gone. 900 coins, and instantly water is going to... Oh, we got the frost jewel. That is a really good item. But more importantly, here we go. The water is now gone. And we can make our way back by using this over here. The Frost Jewel is actually a really nice item. It does exactly what it says. It gives the Frost synergy. And I'm actually going to go and give that over to Ivan here. And might as well equip it, because Ivan has a lot of synergy. Might as well use Ivan's synergy as well as Mia's to solve our problems here. We can't leave the area that we fell down into until we defeated the living statue, because of the fact that there is no ladder. But now we can move on. There is nothing else in here whatsoever. So let's just go and leave. There we go. And now things are not much better. They are a little better though, as you can see. The water has dropped a tiny bit. And now this person is over here. The waters around here have subsided. I wonder if the holes in the mine allowed the water to drain. No, that was us. We did it. As the monsters go away, the waters recede. Maybe all the monsters will disappear pretty soon. I don't think you're going to be so fortunate there, and also I wonder if some of the dialogue's now changed. My store is submerged. No, it has not changed whatsoever. We could actually just go and rest in the inn right now. It makes sense to do so purely because we got a lot of gold there, and we might as well do it. How expensive? 48 coins. Between Cyan and Altin, it's gone up by 8 coins, which isn't actually that bad. Well, it is a little bit bad. I mean, imagine if you started all the way in Vale and were just sort of travelling from inn to inn. You'd need a lot of gold just to make it all the way to the end. But then again, if you were fighting the monsters along the way, you'd probably get the gold back anyway. I imagine Isaac and Co are a rarity when they fight the monsters. Most people probably just run away. This place is now no longer waterlogged, and things aren't looking very good whatsoever. If the monster that did this were here right now, I'd give him such a smack. I'm just kidding. I'm opposed to all this violence. One blow's not enough. Jab, jab, hook, then comes the uppercut. I'm not sure you're as opposed to all this violence as you say you are. Oh no, the whole house is soaked. It's going to take a lot of work to get this house back into shape, but you will eventually. You will eventually. Anything in here? If I can eventually look at it. Let's just go this way. There we go. There is something in here. There is a nut, and I don't think we can reach that thing to have a look at it. No, I don't think we can. We definitely can't. Let's just go and have a look inside the this store is now open. At least I think it's open. Anything in here? Nope. What about in here? Nope. In here? In here? What about here? Nope. And finally over here. Everybody most certainly is going to have a lot of work ahead of them. None of my goods were damaged. I'm going to sell like there's no tomorrow. How on earth weren't they damaged? Were they all in very, 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 tightly sealed crates? These don't look very tightly sealed at all. But hey, if you say they're not damaged, they're not damaged. A few things got damp, but it shouldn't affect the quality, so you can use them without any worries. Maybe I'll put up a sign to explain it all. I think that would be a good idea. Is there anything good here? We don't have any rarities right now, but do come again. You are selling quite a few nice things. We don't want any of them right now, so we're just going to head down into the next area of the mine. This is the second section, and there is a minecart track here that we're going to be using at a later date. There are multiple routes we can go, and also there is the second level of the Rat Soldier, the Rat Fighter. It's basically a recolor of the Rat Soldier, but it is tougher and deals more damage, has more health, has more armor, and it will take a little bit more effort to defeat them. They also deal a substantial amount of damage. That is 28 points of damage apiece there. But fortunately, we can quite easily Vorpal Slash. We can quite easily deal with them. There we go, one has been dealt with, and you most certainly have as well. There is also a fair amount of gold we got there. I don't know which, what is in this direction. We need to make sure that we don't, I actually want to go the other way first, I think. But hey, we'll just backtrack, and here are some dirges. We don't really worry about the dirges. The dirges are quite easy, especially when we use the Vorpal Slash there. Every fight that we do is that little bit more experience, and these enemies really aren't that tough whatsoever. There we go. Excellent. Another 122 coins. Every fight we do is that little bit more experience, leading towards gaining even more items later on. Here is a small area that we can't go into because we have a small water situation. It was always worth going back to check anyway. Here is a slime beast. I think it's the third variation of the slime that we encountered. Also, a critical hit certainly helps there. 55, 40... Wow, that was a really easy fight. A lot easier than I thought it would be. We'll just use that there, and that here, and yep, I think that's all of us back to full health, which is brilliant. More exploring of the mine shall be had. There we go. There's probably going to be one of those monsters spewing everything everywhere if we move a little bit further in. Hello, singular slime beast. You really aren't that much of a problem whatsoever. I imagine this slime beast is ruining the day that it ever encountered us. And goodbye. A little bit of... Ooh, level 15. That's pretty good. That's very good, in fact. Do We want to go left or right? My instinct says to... Okay, there's absolutely nothing here. But my instinct of exploring is always a good one, because you never know what you might find. Anything over here? There is a bone fighter and a tarantula. I think we want to split the... Actually, why don't we use a bit of synergy as well? We'll use a storm ray indoors. There we go. Fortunately, synergy doesn't really pay that much attention to the fact that things are indoors. There we go. And that encounter is over. Excellent. Anything over here? No. What about over here? Ah, there's definitely one of those spewing, water spewing creatures. There it is! Is there a way to get round? There is a minecart here! We're definitely going to be using that. There are also switches that control where the minecart goes. I like games that throw minecarts in. Minecarts are always fun. Just ask Kieran. There we go, a few attacks here and there. 29 and 20. And one more round and these enemies should most certainly be dealt with. There we go. A critical hit! Marvellous, and the use of the blizzard will deal with that one. And you ran away. That means we get less experience, but hey, not bad in the end. We can't do anything. We could try and jump that. I think that's probably what we have to do. So we're just going to flip the switch here, which changes the direction that this goes, and off we go! Woohoo! And we're going to go to the jump, which is over here, and fortunately we made it, which is brilliant. Hello there, how are you? We're going to attack you now because we sort of need to. We definitely need to. We want to use a Ragnarok here, a heat wave, and I think just using the sleep synergy will certainly help. Having frost there is really useful, it just gives us that little bit of extra versatility. Will this work? The answer is yes it will! Haha, sleep is fantastic! Ragnarok is better though. It's certainly better. And the living statue is still asleep, which is good because now it's been scorched by a large amount of fire. We're just going to use Heat Wave again and a few more attacks there. Excellent. More blizzard, and that will reduce the... it'll also wake up the living statue, but that's okay because I think it's not going to be lasting much longer. A few attacks here, and the living statue will be no more. Hopefully. Well, more blizzard will certainly help. Still awake though, and still alive. And now gone. Excellent. More gold. 900 more gold. And that will get rid of all the water here, which is brilliant. Oh-ho! We could go down that way, but actually I want to backtrack and head the way that we've previously been. I'm curious as to what's down there. You know what? We're going to go back and see what's in that direction. The worst thing that will happen is it's a route that we can, well, we just have to go back anyway if there's nothing important. But I get the feeling there is something very important there. And hey, getting experience is always welcome. We'll use a Quake Sphere here, and I think maybe Fire here? Fire might be decent. There we go. A Ray here, I was about to say a Storm Ray, but there's really no point to do that. And a Frost there. There we go. Massive amounts of synergy. Also, the Lightning one's, not surprisingly, very good against the Dirge. And I imagine this will, not be very good against them. Very good against them, though. Brilliant against them. I'll have to remember that. And here come some attacks that really aren't going to be that effective whatsoever. These are sort of holdover enemies from a previous area, so they're not going to be the toughest foes we're ever going to face. And goodbye, enemies. Hello, massive amounts of gold and experience, and maybe backtracking at this point is a mistake, but I want to see if this area has been, well, the water is now gone, which means we can find out what's there. Hopefully large amounts of experience and or gold and or loot. Probably neither. Maybe we're missing something by going actually this way as opposed to going the other way, but we can always go back and head in the other direction. A critical hit there by an enemy dealt a paltry 19 damage. I mean, the rat fighters dealt more damage there with their normal hits, but hey, as I said, these enemies are a lot weaker than the ones we're typically fighting. Also, level 15 for Ivan. Very good. A little bit more exploration, and we're now going to go this way. Anything in here? Well, there aren't any minecart tracks, so There appears to be... Oh no, there are more minecart tracks. Maybe we're going into an area we shouldn't be in. Here is an ape and 2 slime beasts, which is a more difficult encounter for sure. I think a flare wall might be good here, and maybe another ray. And I think I'll just have you attack the ape there in the hopes that the siphon seal actually works. Ragnarok! Haha! That is always an amazing move, and it did work. It didn't seal the... Oh dear. The enemy managed to divide, which is not good. They do deal quite a bit of damage. One of them has been dealt with, though. We need to make sure that they most certainly die. Let's have a... Actually, you just focus your attacks there. We're going to have a ray here, and then maybe a frost here. There we go. Lightning! And that one's gone, and that one isn't gone. That one's definitely gone. Goodbye, Mr. Slime Beast. No, Slime Beast. Oh dear, they've split again. Fortunately, though, because of the split, there was a target for Garrett to hit, which is very handy. We'll just split our attacks here. There we go. And everyone that we defeat is a little more experience. And there we go. That's a lot of experience. That is level 15 for Garrett, which is fantastic. I'm actually now starting to think that maybe we shouldn't be here right now. You know what? Let's actually go back. I get the feeling that may be leading... Actually, no, we're already here. Let's go and explore this, Kiko. What's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen is there'll be more rat fighters for us to go and take care of. We also need to make sure that Ivan gets some healing soon. Four-ball slash! That is still a brilliant animation. I think it's one of my favourites, actually, for the weapon unleashes. That is not good, though. That is pretty bad. But I think we should be able to deal with these enemies soon enough. There we go. Blizzard is brilliant because that isn't affected by the delusion, I believe. There we go. The enemies are gone. And level 16 means Ply Well is now ours, which is a brilliant synergy. Also a smoke bomb. Smoke bombs are okay. We'll just heal everyone up. 236 hit points. That is a lot of health. Where does this go? Woohoo! It goes over here and that way. We don't want it to go that way. We want it to go this way, I think. Let's go this way. There we go. We have to ride this again, of course. Woohoo! No enemy encounters when you're on a minecart. Even enemies know that you're having too much fun to have an encounter. There we go. Over here. What is over here? Something good? The answer is the way forward. Let's go this way, shall we? Anything up here? More enemies, maybe? There's a... there's that there. There is a treasure chest, though. And some calamar. That's something I wasn't expecting. But then again, these enemies are water enemies, and there is a lot of water around. There is one question to ask, though, and that is, how on earth did these enemies survive when there wasn't lots of water around? And surprisingly enough, lightning is not that effective against them. But we should be able to deal with them. Electric Bite, that's probably why it's not that effective. I imagine Venus Synergy actually might be better. But these enemies are gone. There we go. We want to go and grab this. Anything? Oh, no, nothing in here whatsoever. Hello, Mr. Mimic, how are you? That's not good at all. We do not like mimics whatsoever. We're going to find out once and for all what they're weak to. Are they weak to any of these elements? We're going to find out. Are you weak to lightning? No, you are not. Are you weak to ice? So-so. What about massive blades of Venus energy? No, I think you're weak to fire. You most certainly are weak to fire because, after all, you are a box with legs and some massive claws. So we're just going to have to focus on using Heat Wave here. And maybe Impact to help out there. Do we want to do anything else? Maybe we want to lull a foe into a deep sleep. Let's give that a go, shall we? It may work. You never know. Did it work? The answer is no. Oh well, 75 down. Ooh, that's bad. That hurts a lot. That hurts a lot. Ouch. Right, we need to heal Ivan really, really badly. Right, let's do that, and let's have you use... I don't know, we'll have you use Sleep right now. And Plywell restores 200 hit points. You know what? We only need to restore 100 hit points right now, I think. Fortunately, Mia goes second, and the Mimic has fallen asleep. Rest well, Mr. Mimic, while we heal the party, and then absolutely obliterate you with a critical hit. Excellent! I did not know that would be a critical hit whatsoever. And we got a game ticket. That's not something I expected. Anything down here? There might be something down here. What is down here? There is not a, there most certainly is not one of the spewing monsters, so I wonder what all this was in aid of. Also, we have a summon that we could use. Why not use it? There we go! Mercury! Come to our aid and deal very little damage whatsoever. And it was not good. But hey, at least these enemies aren't splitting. Mia's in trouble, though. Mia's in definite trouble. We're going to have one attack apiece here, and then you can just heal yourself. One critical hit later, the slime beast is gone. One healing later, Mia is no longer in trouble. And now these enemies... Ooh, sticky poison. Oh, that's not good. Being poisoned is very bad. We're going to deal with that right now. Are you still poisoned? I don't... Yes, you are. Right, we need to cure that poison. The poison was purged. Brilliant. And after a little bit of healing, we might as well just do some now. We'll return next time. And when we do, when we come back, folks, we'll continue exploring this area. I have no idea where this actually goes. The area with it being multiple levels, each one is sort of separated out, you never know what's in any one location. We're just going to have a look quickly and see what is in here. There is a Jin somewhere here. We're going to have to find where that Jin is. Ah, there's another one of the monsters that spews things everywhere. And all the water here is already gone. So we're going to deal with that next time. And then we'll go and explore the area that we didn't explore before, because we need to. Maybe that's where the Jin will be. Maybe. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Oh, water. If only we could swim, eh? If only we could swim. Later.